Knowing this is the final season just kind of makes you appreciate everything a little bit more. I think it's really easy to take it for granted when you work in a wonderful place because it's fun to come to work. It's fun to interact with your friends at work, and you're not thinking about how wonderful that is. You're just sort of enjoying it and taking it for granted, and that's part of the privilege of working with wonderful people. But when you get a stark reminder like, hey, this is the last year, suddenly it just makes you soak it up a little bit more, and that's a good thing. I think we're all eager to enjoy ourselves and live in the moment this year, but there's a little tinge of heartache, and I think it'll get worse and worse throughout the season. By the time we're in our last few episodes, everyone will be sobbing all day long. But it's I don't know. It's poignant. It's wonderful and sad. I think the decision to end the show was a great one because the show has had this just wonderful life, and it's accomplished so much by any standard. Not a lot of shows have a run this long, and we're still in a really strong place creatively. And so it's a bold move to say this is it, but it's also a decisive move, and I think it reflects the creative leadership of our show to say we're going to go out the way we want on our terms, and while we're still firing on all cylinders. That's an exciting way to go. It's hard. It's a tough choice, but I'm glad it was made. So last season, Andy sort of orchestrated this David Wallace takeover, and that got him back in the driver's seat as manager. But I think somewhere over the summer, David Wallace made the very wise decision to send Andy to Outward Bound for some leadership and confidence training, and that was a really cool creative choice, I think, for the show. That the writers made, and for me, because it gives Andy a little bit of a new energy coming into this season, a little more backbone, and it sets up a really fun dynamic with Nellie and with a lot of the other cast members. Andy comes back from Outward Bound really fired up and psyched about Outward Bound training techniques and so forth. So he forces the office to engage in slacklining, which is a very dodgy sport, I guess. It's kind of like tightrope walking, but on a strap of some sort. Andy is somehow quite good at this, and really gets it going just to humiliate Nellie. That's the whole point. Turns out one of our new guys, Clark Duke, who plays Clark, is also quite good at it. And it just makes for some fun, surprising hijinks on the slack line.